All right, Lady Ada, what is this?
Hey, everybody, and welcome to Show and Tell. This is a special CircuitPython-y edition, although you don't have to be showing CircuitPython stuff. It's just, you'll see a bit of CircuitPython.
Yep.
Because CircuitPython Day, the snakiest day, is this Friday.
CircuitPython week, sort of, day on Friday.
You know.
And,
It's like Shark Week.
Yeah.
Sharks get a whole week. I think CircuitPython deserves.
Yeah. And just like last year, we're paying attention to the times, reading the room. So we're not going to have in-person events. So we had a lot of virtual things going on, including this show and tell this week. We're going to be focusing on CircuitPython stuff, but anyone can show anything. So if you're here, you have good CircuitPython stuff or not, it is totally okay.
All right, we're going to kick it off with Kevin from DigiKey.
Hello. Guys. Happy CircuitPython week.
Yeah, how's it going?
It's going good. It's a snaky week. I like the way you say that. That's great. Yeah. So speaking of CircuitPython, I was working on a project today. It wasn't working quite like I wanted, so I almost reached out to the team on Discord, but I finally kind of figured it out. What I have is I have the macro pad, which I have the 3D printed, all the goodies, 3D printed buttons. And right now I have this set up. You can see that sign behind me. Mm-hmm. If I push the encoder, I'm going to make this much nicer, but right now, if I push the encoder, it turns it off.
Yeah.
Oh, it's not turning it off now. Of course, that's how it works, isn't it?
Yes, live demos.
Okay, now let's see if it works. There it goes.
Oh, there you go.
I saw another light go on and off, but that's the right light. I think this
is computer.
Yeah, so it will. It just basically it works through Adafruit.io. That's how that sign is working. So I have this connected or working as a macro pad through my computer, and then it's on Adafruit.io turning on and off the light. Next thing I want to do is have all these as different colors, so I can pick which color I want on that sign. And it's a lot more CircuitPython than I'm used to, which is a challenge, and I love challenges. So
good, you have an excuse to learn.
Exactly, and CircuitPython is the best way to learn.
All right, we're going to become a Pythonista in no time.
And since the snake's out of the bag, as they say, special thanks to DigiKey for the latest AdaBox partnership, and there's a special edition DK key inside of every AdaBox this time. So.
Which is really funny because I don't have mine on here.
That's right. You know,
ironically,
Kevin, I need to talk to you about your flare.
Yeah, I know. The funny thing is
17 is a minimum, but you know.
I did accidentally sneak it a while back on Twitter. I posted a picture with the DigiKey button on there, but I wasn't supposed to.
But nobody knew.
Nobody knew.
All right, people want to know what the next AdaBox is. Watch Kevin's Twitter.
That's right.
He's a leaker.
Yeah. All right. Well, thanks so much, Kevin.
All right. Thanks, guys. Take care.
All right. Next up, we're going to go to Trev. Hello, Trevor.
Hey, Trev. What you doing?
You are working on something interesting with CircuitPython, aren't you?
I am.
What you got?
Well, let's see. I'll show you right now. Let's see. Here we go. Boom. So right here I'm in my backyard, and I'm testing out the Piley app.
That's to show it's really wireless.
Yeah, for sure. So there it is. That's the onboarding. So basically, this tells you that it's the Piley app is pulling project files from the Adafruit Learn system. So we grab the entire project. So right here we have like the in Rainbows project where we're tossing the rainbow.
Can see that too. You can go to the Learn system and see which one we're doing. So we're calling these device enable guides. So it's pulling that one off if you want to see the code behind the scenes.
Exactly. So here it is starting up.
And so this just went and grabbed it, and then
it's going to grab it in a sec. So right now we're about to just select the project, and right here we're going to attempt to run the app. Well, run the code, but you're not able to do that until you actually download the app, the project bundle. So it's downloaded. Boom. You send it.
Well, we're gonna add Bundlefly in, everybody.
Right.
Don't worry.
Right, but this is like the great part right here, where you're able to like customize your code right here.
Yeah.
That's
so
cool.
There you go. You see the code below, and you send the code.
Send it.
All right.
Send it. Send it.
And now you reset it, and bam, rainbows.
All right.
Okay.
Awesome.
Great demo. Nice work. That's smooth.
Our team will be doing a test flight of it. That's the way we distribute apps, and then we'll have something public soon. But for folks who are interested in mobile programming, because everyone has a phone, this is what we're working on. So you can easily get code to and from a Bluetooth device and using CircuitPython.
All right, great work, Trev. This is going to be
Thank you.
super
Yay!
cool. Coming
Right.
soon.
Thank you, Trev.
See you guys later.
CircuitPython gets its wings. All right, you want to go to Jepler next?
Yeah, we're gonna go to Jepler.
Okay,
Hello,
Jepler.
What you got going on?
What's going on here?
Hello. I just love how that went so fast that he had to keep pausing the video to explain and help us catch up to what was going on.
If,
Did you
if we
notice
just
that?
if we show it all the way through, it's like, well, that was 10 seconds. Like that was
Yeah.
too easy. So we have to have director's cut versions of it.
Yeah, so it's another day with the OV2640 camera, and today we're connecting it to IoT, Adafruit IoT. So let me boot this up here. We have a couple of QR codes, and I'm going to scan the QR code with the CircuitPython board, and then it's going to appear on the dashboard. So let me start. Connecting to Adafruit.io. All right, we should be good to go. Scanning a QR code now. Sorry, I didn't figure out how to do this on camera,
Yeah, it's
but
okay.
No,
it's a little bit
real.
janky as it is. Let's see, and we're not scanning the code yet. My light probably changed since earlier. Oh boy. Well, demos. You love them.
Do you want us to come back to you?
Yeah, why don't you come back to me?
Okay.
Oh,
All right.
yeah.
All right. For the thrilling conclusion, stay tuned. Next
All
up,
right.
Candy.
Yeah, good on, Kenny.
Hello. So I'm working on a MacroPad project. Sorry, I don't have my overhead camera set up, and this is probably not going to show up right.
No, I can see it.
It's okay. Yeah, we see your MacroPad.
And it's rotated 90 degrees. I just like the layout better. So, but the thing that I wanted to show off today is that I have a tendency to poke the keys all the time. They light up. It doesn't make sound, but they light up, and I get bored, and I don't think about it, and I poke the keys. And if I have HID running,
Oh, no.
I start sending HID. So what I did at the suggestion of one of our community members, Doctor on Discord, was added what I'm calling fidget mode. And basically you press the rotary encoder switch, and when the red light is on, it's not sending HID.
Ooh, but that still looks
That's
so
a
much
good
fun.
idea.
So I can leave it on my desk, and as long as I punch it into fidget mode, I don't have to worry about accidentally sending HID in strings.
This is genius. It's like a cat on keyboard mode. It should be like a
Yeah.
way. You're like, look, everyone likes to press the buttons, but you don't want to actually
I
do
feel like
anything.
all the fancy keyboard makers are gonna they tune into like a lot of our stuff, and they're like, oh, those are good ideas, and like they should. I have a feeling this will be like a keyboard mode now,
Right, exactly.
where,
Like
for
just where it
people with
lights
lighter
up. But-
keyboards. Yeah, just like I just want to mash keys that light up.
So the project itself sends strings. It's all stuff that I typically say on GitHub. So I'm going to try and make that quicker for myself with this. I will be putting that out in a guide fairly
Cool.
soon, and it will include fidget mode.
Okay.
Looks good to me.
Fidget
Runs
mode.
on my machine.
Fidget mode. Fidget mode.
Issue closed.
Issue closed. Won't fix.
Won't fix.
Exactly.
So, all right. Well, thank you so much, Kathy.
All right.
Happy CircuitPython Day Week month.
Happy CircuitPython Day week.
All
All right.
right. Next up, Paint Your Dragon. Coming in with the dragons. Whoa.
And then we'll.
That's exciting. This is
Yeah.
fun.
It's all good.
Well,
Okay, good. Anyway, I have a CircuitPython thing, and it's also on the MacroPad. And a guide went live this morning. It's a simple game for MacroPad it has dragons in it. Lamore said it's very Game and Watch. It's
Oh
just
yeah.
a simplistic catch the things type of game. So the idea wasn't to be like this like big impressive game, but just to like kind of food for thought that you don't have to make your applications this way. You can make something that works every which way, and it doesn't have to be a keyboard. So I have a USB battery bank on here. If you want to do something else with your MacroPad that's not a keyboard, that's always an option if you want to go there. So hopefully the code is educational for that.
This is great. I look forward to your version of Vetrix on the MacroPad.
Yep. So that's it.
Cool. All right.
fun game.
Thank you so much.
You
Paint
bet.
Your Dragon.
Dragon.
All right, we're gonna go back to Jepler.
How you doing,
and
Jepler?
Attempt
You
to demo gods. You want us to do it?
I hope it's going to work this time. So
Yeah.
let's try the QR
Okay.
code.
Yeah.
QR code.
Okay, got the QR code.
QR code.
Nothing up your sleeve.
Oh, come on.
QR codes, QR codes.
Are you not? It may not be my night.
We're gonna
Okay.
come back to Jeff.
Well,
All right, we'll come back to
okay,
it.
One thing I noticed
hold
is-
on.
One thing
Hold
I
on.
noticed is IO still has the Adafruit logo with a mask.
Oh, it does.
Yeah.
So
Well, I
this
mean-
time it scanned, but it didn't arrive at I/O. So I don't know what's going on.
All right, you know what?
Why
It's
not-
all good. Don't worry.
Why don't
about
we come back to you?
One more time.
We'll keep trying it. It's all
All
good.
All right, cycle them around and come back.
Yeah.
it. Okay, next up, let's go to JP.
Hey, all right. So I've got a cool project here I've been working on, which uses our little snap apart Neo keys. So this is a way to get Neo key socketed key switch sockets with the reverse mount NeoPixels. And you can use them in this sort of 6x5 mode, or you can snap them apart. And some parts of them stay wired, and some parts of them need to be soldered to each other. So if you wanted to use these, you'd have a little bit of bridging to do. And so that's what I did right here. This is a full-blown project I'm doing where some of it's on a grid, some of it's not. And the reasoning behind that is that a lot of keys aren't just one unit square, such as these. So these are all 2U switches. I've got them plugged into a little Raspberry Pi here with a screen so I can demo it. And like Kattni was saying, not like ruin things I'm working on my real computer. So it's good to have like it's the donor Raspberry Pi. So this one, let's see, this is working right now as either a number pad, or I've actually got the numlock doing what the numlock's supposed to do. So now these are arrow keys here, and
oh wow!
So this is a little further than the typical one we use, but the fact is, inside of CircuitPython, we've got this great HID library that allows you to use this huge list of key codes, as well as consumer key codes for stuff like mute and play. But diving into just the stuff over on the number pad, there's a numlock, there's numpad / numpad star, numpad numbers. So that's why they know that they should actually be arrow keys and those sorts of things when you switch that mode. So this is a project I'm working on. I'll go into more detail tomorrow on my show, but it's using an RP2040 Feather. I've 3D printed a little case for it, as well as kind of the key thing is a switch plate that has that spacing. And then you can see here I've done some bridging to continue the columns over here and some of the rows over here, as well as wire up all the power ground and NeoPixels that got detached. But most of it is intact, as you can see there. It's just these sort of special ones down at the bottom. So that's my project.
All right.
Okay, cool.
Thanks so much, and everyone tune in to JP Show tomorrow.
All right, we got a bunch of people, so we're gonna
keep zipping along.
We're gonna zip along.
I'm going
A lot of people showed
to
up today.
tempt the fates again. I'm just gonna say, Jepler, how you feeling? Want to do it?
Sure. Well, we got one. There we go.
Yay!
I'll show and tell.
We did
We
it.
did it.
Good
Did
work.
it.
See?
Last one.
So this is all with the camera and CircuitPython.
This is all happening on the microcontroller.
And all on a microcontroller. And it's sending it out.
All right, well, you got it working once. Look, you just committed the
There
code.
we go. So PT, we need to make this URL do something.
Adafruit.
I think people will love that.
We will.
Okay.
All
cool.
right.
All right.
So
Thank you so
Good
much.
work. And it's going to come
Good
as a
night.
guide soon. It's interesting. We're doing
Yeah.
QR code reading in CircuitPython. Very interesting. Vision recognition.
Yep.
All right.
Next
up.
And what you got going on?
Well, we saw that SAP was doing some stuff with web NFC, near field communications. We all use our phones for Apple Pay or Google Pay or whatever. So it's all built into the phone right now. But the people, there's a consortium that has expanded the use of that near field communications to be able to read tags like cards. I mean, this could be a transit card or chips or whatever. These come in. Actually, Adafruit sells a number of tags that are compatible with this. So I wrote a guide. You can see it on the Adafruit Learning System. There's this great web page that they've created, and you can read and write tags. So let me try right now. I just put a tag up, and it said "Hello, Office of the CTO," which is the demo that they programmed in. Let me see again. I've got a tag on this bracelet right here. Let's see if it Whoa, there we go. It said the same thing as soon as I put my bracelet up to it. If one wants to write to these tags, there's a simple demo to write that string that says hello CTO. This is just JavaScript on a web page. You can have it do whatever you want. So you can have it write whatever strings. You can say you use your phone to program somebody in for a conference badge, and they use that. There's a lot of use to it, and you can look at the guide and experiment with it and see what you might want to do.
Okay, cool. All right, thanks for giving us the download on the web NFC.
All right, next up, we're going to get through everyone, we hope. If everyone keep it to a couple minutes each, we'll get to everyone. Let's start with you. But let's start with you.
Yeah, I'll quickly show a project, and I've got something else to tell you guys about. But I wanted for CircuitPython Day Week to show how quickly I could do something. So this is a good smoky day for us lately. And so I bought the components to hook up an air quality sensor, which unfortunately is showing just how poor the air quality is. And it took less than an hour to have this all hooked up using the Learn Guide, adding in a display, following some other Learn Guides. I'd like to get this publishing to Twitter or something. You can definitely see when I have been outside versus bringing it inside to work on it. So yeah, it's amazing how fast, no soldering involved, which is something I'm not a fan of. And yeah, so start with the basic example and go from there.
All right, keep coming back as your project expands.
You have one more thing we're gonna.
Okay.
So
talking about, right? Yeah.
Everyone has seen the little show and tell badges I made. As part of CircuitPython Week, I soldered up 4 of them. So I've got a bunch of them sitting here that I figured I'd give away to anyone showing up for CircuitPython Week on show and tell.
That's right.
So I'm not sure the best way to do it. Just message me in Discord.
Yeah. If you're showing something with CircuitPython on show and tell tonight, just find Mark, and Mark will send them out to you, and we'll compensate Mark for the shipping. And if it's all crazy and can't be done, Mark will send them to us, and then we'll send them out. We'll figure out
a way.
We'll figure out a way.
All right. Thank you, Mark.
All right. Thank you, Mark. And thank you for being part of CircuitPython for now a couple of years.
Yeah. Thanks a lot.
All right. Sweet. Next up, Idacio.
Hello. Hi. Hi, Limo. Hi, Philip.
Hello.
So me and my father made another project. It's pretty nice. It detects the sound, and depending upon how high the sound is, it will move the lights.
Okay.
And it is different colors. My father chooses the colors of the LEDs. Behind, there is a PCB, and there is a lot of components, and they are all SMDs. And my father soldered by himself all the SMDs. It was really hard for him because they're so small, right? Yeah. And he used the solder to solder everything. I think it was really great work. Another hard thing that I did in this project was to put these transparent plastics. Like there is some screws here, and like it's very hard to fit in. And at the same time, like do this with him. I don't know the name of the part who connects with the screws. Anyway, so I connected all of them, and depending, look, hi, hello, depending how I am speaking here, I will like move the light. So
it looks great.
There is a potentiometer here that will change the sensibility of this microphone. Unfortunately, I do not have the equipment here to do this now. I'm sorry.
That's okay. It's a good demo. We should just show this. It worked well.
Yes, it does, and it is like 9 volts. It's also and there is a microphone here that detects, and also it's very low power red. So that is it. I hope you like it.
Oh, we do.
You follow love it.
Nice work.
Really
outstanding work. And if you want a show and tell badge of CircuitPython, you can ask Mark. All right.
All right,
thank you so much.
All right,
next up, Mouse. Hello, Mouse.
Hi, Mouse.
Hi. Okay, so can you hear me? Yeah,
Yes.
I'm working on. Well, I just started on a project that I'm not really ready to talk about because I'm not sure how it's going to pan out. If it does, I'll show some other parts later on. But first thing I need, of course, is a power supply. I need plus or minus 12 volts and plus 5 volts. So I started with a laptop charger, old laptop charger that I don't use anymore as a power brick, so I don't have to mess around with the mains voltage. And I made this board that has. I used. Let's see if it'll focus. Used DC to DC converter modules. This is plus minus 12 volts, and that's plus 5 volts, which are a lot more expensive than just a plain old linear regulator. But a linear regulator would have been burning a lot of power. I would have had to use really big heat sinks and so on. I put fuses on it because I figure that's being a good citizen. And these are the for the project I'm working on. These are the power connectors. There's some extra pins there for some other stuff that doesn't apply to the power supply.
Looks like a great power supply. Nice work.
All right.
And yeah, I got I got the harness with the switch and the this. Excuse the soldering on this little thing here. This is the DC connector for the thing. It turns out it doesn't quite fit. Oops, I'll hold it up. Doesn't quite fit in through a circuit board. The pins are really short, so I had problems with that.
All right, we'll keep hacking at it and come back if you want to share it.
When you have your project, but we're gonna keep moving because we have 4 or 5 more people.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Well, thank you, Mouse, and I hope it works out. So you come back and show what it is because I actually don't know what it is yet. Do you know what it is?
I have no idea.
Okay, good. It's a mystery. Thanks, Mouse.
All right, thanks, Mouse.
All right, next up. So we have 4 people. Each of you keep it to 1:30, and we can get to everyone. Stuart, take it away.
Hey, Stuart. No, we can't hear you. There you go. Oh no, your mic's still not working.
Stuart, you're
silent. But you got a lot of cool stuff in the background.
Yeah. Stuart, we will come back to you.
Come back to you.
Oh wait.
Okay.
All
Nope.
right, there you go.
No,
right.
now you're here. Okay, go for it.
Time.
Okay. All right. So I want to torture everyone with the multipass again.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So I added a few things. It has everything from multipass 1 and 2, and also now it's interactive. I don't know if you can see that. Ooh. So now you can have all the documents in here, stored in here, and of course the other vaccine documents are here.
Oh wow!
And also you can store your vacation pictures from your trip. In here also.
These are some great work getting all these fast video outputs.
Yeah,
looks wonderful.
And also has a dimmer for the display. And I don't know if you caught all the Adafruit Easter eggs, but it has the QT Ada. Can you see that? Ada there.
Yeah.
And on the multipass, of course, you have your Ada. I'm not sure if you can see that well. Your Ada, your QTP. And your QT Pi Adafruit. And on the vaccine card, you have it's a Ada Lady disease control.
Okay.
And
now I'm responsible for all this.
Ada 2005, which you guys were founded. And
all right. Well, you can. You'll definitely get on the flight to Vacation Planet now.
Yeah, and the color is sometimes close to what you wear on your hair.
Nice. Yes, I just got my hair done. Nice work, Stuart Dallas. Multipass.
All right, thanks so much. Next up, Ricardo. How are you doing, Ricardo? What you got going on this week?
Hi, yes. So everybody knows, the ESP32 module. It has Wi-Fi and Bluetooth Low Energy, but also has Bluetooth Classic. So what I've been working on for a couple of years is a firmware that uses Bluetooth Classic and accepts gamepad connection. So so PlayStation 4, Nintendo Switch, Android. I don't know.
So it's Bluetooth Classic,
PlayStation 5,
HID,
Xbox. I mean, most of the gamepads, I would say 99% of the gamepads, they use Bluetooth Classic. So what I did is I put the firmware inside a ESP32 module. This is the Airlift,
Yeah.
So you can flash it to the Airlift. And the good thing is that some of the Adafruit boards already come with the Airlift module. For example, the original Matrix portal. This is the So here I have a matrix 4
wow.
running. And what I have here is the, where is the gamepad now? Oh. Hey! Oh, I move on the gamepad. Wow.
That's all right. Do you want to come back next week? Because we're gonna keep moving tonight.
Where was my gamepad?
It looked like it drew a thing.
Yeah.
Anyway, so
it's very cool. Post up the firmware because this is very interesting.
So
yeah, it's like an Etch-a-Sketch.
This is it's a tough thing to do.
Let me show you share the screen really quickly. Let's see if I can share the screen.
Okay.
Yeah, go for it. Go fast because we're gonna.
Yeah, sorry. So this is
we're gonna have to use the
my screen now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So here is the firmware. No, this is the CircuitPython. So what I did is the firmware runs on ESP32, but also I created the CircuitPython library that connects to that. So it has an API that allows you to, of course, to read the buttons, axis, whatever, but also allows you to change the light bar color, player's LED, etc. So anyway, if you want to play, you can download this. It's already part of the community bundle, and you can play with it.
That's it. This is great.
Yay,
thank you so much,
good
Ricardo,
work.
and happy CircuitPython Day. I'm not trying to encourage a specific show and tell badge, but I think that one, because there's a repo and everything, you should get one.
That's good.
Okay.
Next up, Joey. What
you got going on?
Nonsense are you up to? You're always doing something ridiculous.
Thank you. So a couple of weeks ago, I was on showing the kind of like wild CircuitPython setup I was using to build this stuff for the watch, and I was using it to learn like how to write drivers for I2C gadgets. And this one is a BME280, and now I've got that BME280 inside of this watch right here, and it's actually, if I take it out of sleep mode, showing the ambient humidity and temperature in the workshop here.
Wow.
And as I kind of hold it, it's going to like probably go up. But yeah, this is kind of a short little demo. I just wanted to say, like, I kind of imagined for a long time I would put these little boards inside of the watch to do like environmental sensing or something, and it's finally coming together. And yeah, and I'm also working on a little application framework to make it easier for folks to start to develop their own watch apps.
I love the repurpose of the existing display. I mean, it's like, yeah, you can actually have it. It worked quite well. It shows you the temperature. That's quite nice.
It's got just enough to do some useful stuff. Anyway, I also just got a bunch of QT boards with different kinds of I2C sensors, so I hope to have more little gadgets to put inside the watch soon.
All right, we'll keep coming back because for folks like you, CircuitPython Day is every day. So, all right, so we'll see you next week. All right, and then last up, Flavio, what you got going on? Play us out.
Hey guys, hi. I wasn't sure if I was gonna make it tonight.
Yeah,
I just wanted to show off a real quick demo, which is this is a pipe portal that I put a harness on it, and this is it works great. And I connect it to Alexa, so every night when it's time for dinner, I'm working upstairs and have my headphones on, and my wife is screaming for me. I just made an animation, and I'll try to make it work now. So let's see.
Yeah.
Alexa, dinner is ready.
Roger that.
Oh, cool. That's not easy. Okay, time to eat. Okay, so now you
down, get dinner. Otherwise,
nothing left for you. They're gonna eat all the food.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
All right. That's an
CircuitPython all the way.
I was gonna say, what an excellent way to end tonight's show and tell. This is another one. I think you should talk to Mark and get a show and tell badge. One of the things that tonight's shows, I think, really demonstrated is when folks have ideas, they can glue these things together very easily with CircuitPython. And everyone wants something like that because it's like, oh, what's the problem in my life? Well, I have my headphones on, I'm working, but I don't want to miss dinner. So what can I do? And you have agency with technology for the first time. Well, at least without spending a year on a project like that.
You bet. And it's so much fun. It's so much fun.
All right. Awesome. Well, thank you so much. That was delightful.
Yay,
and happy CircuitPython Day.
Look.
Yeah.
Time. It's 8:00.
All right. That's our
thanks,
show,
everybody.
Thanks so much for joining us. This was our CircuitPython Week show because CircuitPython Day is 8/6.
But every day is
every day can be CircuitPython Day. If you make something that makes your life better and you do it an easy way, CircuitPython is probably involved. So we'll see everybody next week for show and tell. This Friday, don't forget, there's a whole lineup of shows all throughout the day. We have a lot of stuff going on. And there's a Reddit AMA and a lot of things going on virtually, of course, because not going to do an in-person event this year, maybe next year. And we'll see everybody next week. Show and tell will be back. See you on Ask an Engineer in just a minute.
In 1 minute.